I said, he served as an associate pastor at First Church Tulsa, was called from there to the Key Biscayne Presbyterian Church in Florida, and then to First Presbyterian Church of Pittsburgh. John first achieved, I think, national recognition because President Nixon was a member of his congregation down in Key Biscayne. And I remember hearing about John's famous sermon on sin that he preached in the presence of the president, spoke the truth in love, and papers carried that sermon all across the country. He served with distinction in the Presbytery of Pittsburgh, and then in 1978 was called to be pastor at St. Andrew's in Newport Beach. I remember a meeting that we were at together in Chicago at the airport. John came down the center aisle and he said, Jerry, you're the pastor in Laguna Beach, and what do you know about St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church in Newport Beach? And so we began to talk about the possibility of that call, and sure enough, it worked out. John came, and we invited John into our covenant group that was just getting started. We have met once a month in his office at St. Andrew's, thanks to the hospitality of St. Andrew's, for nearly 3/4 of the day for the last 31 years. We have had a journey of friendship, and I've had a chance to get to know John up close and personal. And I can tell you that John Huffman is a man of integrity. He's a man of God. He is my friend, and he has been the friend of many across this denomination. He has been an outspoken voice on behalf of biblical morality and the integrity of our confession of faith in this Presbyterian family, but never in a way that was divisive or schismatic, but always in a way of speaking the truth in love for the sake of building up the church as the body of Christ. John is respected as a leader in our denomination. He was moderator of the Everglades Presbytery. He became moderator of Presbytery of Los Ranchos. And I had the honor in 1991 of nominating John to stand as moderator of the General Assembly. I nominated him here, actually at First Church in Orange, and unanimously he was recommended by Los Ranchos Presbytery to the General Assembly. Tragically, he had to withdraw from that possibility on the floor of the General Assembly in Baltimore because of the illness of his daughter, Suzanne. But John has served our denomination in many ways on the Bicentennial Mission Fund, Joining Hearts and Hands, Fund for New Church Development and Redevelopment. He served in the General Assembly Stewardship and Mission Funding Task Force. He was an accredited visitor to the 1991 Assembly of the World Council of Churches in Cambria, Australia. He headed our delegation of our denomination to the National Council of Churches. He was the preacher in 1990 of the Presbyterian, or the Protestant Hour. He has served on many boards, board of directors of Gordon Conwell Theological Seminary, president of the board at World Vision, and also president of the board of Christianity Today magazine. The best thing that I can say about John is that he's been a friend to all of us. He's been pastor of one of the flagship churches of our denomination. And yet he has always embraced us in friendship, in humility, and in love, and has shared his life. And I shared with St. Andrew's the other evening that if it had not been for our covenant group and our sharing together and our support through the trials and the tribulations of being a pastor in our families and our churches, that none of us in that group would still be in the ministry. So I'm grateful to John that he's helped keep me where I'm at. And I've learned so much from him as we've shared our life together. And John, thank you. You're a dear brother. And I could go on all night, but I won't do that. I just say congratulations for finishing well to the glory of God. We love you, brother.